Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. NBA champion new betting favorite to become Lakers coach. Warriors lead assistant Kenny Atkinson, who won a championship with the franchise in 2022, could be on his way to Los Angeles. As of May 13, Atkinson was the odds-on favorite to be named the next head coach of the Lakers. Atkinson previously interviewed for the Lakers coaching vacancy after the Rob Pelinka-led front office dismissed Frank Vogel in April 2022. Atkinson had, in fact, reportedly emerged as one of the front-runners until he got the job. Others who interviewed for the job in 2022 include Terry Stotts, Adrian Griffin, Charles Lee, and Mark Jackson. Stotts, like Atkinson, has once again emerged as a candidate in the Lakers' biannual coaching search in 2024. Even Lee was reportedly a target, but the Celtics' assistant was announced as the next coach of the Hornets on May 9. Atkinson would bring veteran savvy and pedigree to the Lakers' head coaching seat, one of the most high-profile coaching gigs in sports. Besides his contributions to the Warriors' title run in 2022, Atkinson is credited for instilling a winning culture in Brooklyn during his four-year stint with the Nets between the 2016-17 and the 2019-20 seasons. Many credit Atkinson's head coaching job in Brooklyn as the reason the team acquired free agents Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving in 2019. Although Atkinson didn't get an opportunity to coach those superstars, he found his footing as an assistant to Steve Kerr in Golden State, a role he excelled at. Warriors coach Steve Kerr, for example, has repeatedly raved about the job Atkinson has done as part of his staff. Kerr was particularly thankful to Atkinson for turning down the head coaching job with the Hornets in 2022 to remain in Golden State. "We're lucky to have him back, especially losing Mike Brown. I need Kenny, and I'm thrilled he's back," Kerr said in June 2022, via Sports Illustrated. Atkinson, too, has spoken glowingly of his time sitting under the learning tree of Kerr. In an interview with 95.7's The Game in March 2023, Atkinson said he hopes to use the lessons he's learned from Kerr and apply them to his future endeavors in the league. On May 13, ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski and Dave McMenamin reported that the Lakers were expected to start their process of contacting coaching candidates in the coming days, with an initial focus on assistants and ex-head coaches they haven't previously interviewed. The likes of Atkinson and Stotts would fit that bill. The report added that active assistant coaches such as the Miami Heat's Chris Quinn and the New Orleans Pelicans' James Borrego were first on that list. It was further noted that Lakers VP of basketball operations and general manager Rob Pelinka had been doing his due diligence on several candidates, including ESPN analyst J.J. Redick. The initial wave of requests for interview permission will be with those the organization hasn't met with in previous searches, or simply knows less than other candidates, read the report. The Lakers are not expected to rush the process of finalizing their next head coach. The Athletic's Jovan Buha reported on May 10 that the Lakers front office is casting a wide net and looking at a long list of candidates rather than rushing to a decision. Odds show a clear favorite to draft Bronny James. After much speculation about what the immediate future held for USC star guard Bronny James, the son of Los Angeles Lakers superstar LeBron James recently decided that he would enter the 2024 NBA draft but keep his options open to return to college if need be. A lot of NBA analysts and experts have been highly critical of Bronny James' game, as he doesn't seem to be anywhere near a finished product and didn't exactly blow anyone away with what he showed at the University of Southern California, which has led some to believe he'd be a waste of a draft pick. However, with LeBron saying that he wants to play with his son at some point, it seems NBA teams are viewing drafting Bronny as a package deal that would include his father, who is still playing at a very high level as he approaches 40 years old. On Monday, odds surfaced, via BetOnline, about Bronny and which team is favored to select him in the upcoming 2024 NBA draft, and it comes as no surprise that the Lakers have the best odds as of right now. Obviously, these odds can and likely will change a few times over before the draft gets underway on June 26 and continues with the second round on June 27. The Lakers seem desperate to re-sign LeBron James, who will likely opt out of his deal next month and sign a long-term deal, which could be his last in the NBA. Los Angeles bringing in Bronny James would definitely help the team's attempt to bring LeBron back for what would likely be 2 or 3 more years. J.J. Redick's rival for Lakers coaching job comes from Greg Popovich's coaching tree. The Los Angeles Lakers are intrigued with J.J. Redick's potential as their next head coach. But a former head coach, who comes from Greg Popovich's coaching tree, also has emerged as a strong candidate, according to ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski. A couple of names to watch in this search are James Borrego, the top assistant in New Orleans. The Pelicans went from a top 20 offense in the league last year to near top 10 this year, Wojnarowski said on ESPN SportsCenter on May 12. He'll be a candidate in this process. Another candidate is someone who hasn't coached, and that's our colleague J.J. Redick. He is certainly somebody that the Lakers are drilling down on. They're making calls and they're trying to get a sense of what a head coach J.J. Redick would look like. Wojnarowski noted how Borrego's arrival in New Orleans transformed the Pelicans' offense from top 20, 113.8 offensive rating last season to 11th this season, 116.5 offensive rating. They really found, I think, a peak performance from Zion Williamson handling the ball and kind of playing that point forward position, Wojnarowski said. Borrego had a good run as head coach in Charlotte, went from 23 to 33 to 43 wins there. Obviously, he was with Greg Popovich for a long time in San Antonio. Borrego, 46, started his NBA coaching career as an assistant under Popovich at San Antonio from 2003 to 2010. He won 2 championships with the Spurs in 2005 against the Detroit Pistons and in 2007 against current Lakers superstar LeBron James when he was still with the Cleveland Cavaliers. After 7 seasons under Popovich, Borrego joined fellow Spurs coaching staff alumnus Monty Williams in New Orleans from 2010 to 2012. Then he went to Orlando, moving up as lead assistant under another Popovich disciple Jacques Vaughn in 2012. When the Magic fired Vaughn in February 2015, Borrego took over as interim coach for the rest of the season. He returned to San Antonio after the season and worked under Popovich for the next 3 years before finally getting his major break. In 2018, Borrego, a New Mexico native, became the first Latino head coach in the NBA when the Hornets hired him. The Hornets improved by 10 wins in each of his final 3 seasons in Charlotte, including LaMelo Ball's first 2 seasons in the league, before he was surprisingly fired in 2022. Borrego returned to New Orleans and served as Willie Green's associate head coach this season. Redick's successful jump from his 15-year NBA career to becoming the top basketball analyst at ESPN while hosting multiple podcasts made him a finalist for the Hornets coaching vacancy. The Athletic's Shams Charania reported that Redick was a serious candidate. The Hornets eventually chose Boston Celtics assistant coach Charles Lee over Redick. Redick's close working relationship with James and their podcast, Mind the Game, which dissects X's and O's and wax poetic about the game, is being viewed as a strong factor in his candidacy for the Lakers coaching job. James even defended Redick from Colin Cowherd's criticism, showing the respect the Lakers superstar has for the 15-year NBA veteran. Wojnarowski added in his report that he doesn't expect the Lakers coaching search process to be quick. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of J.J. Redick? Leave your opinion in the comments.